Hi, my name is Charlie Radigan. I'm the Executive Director of the Vermont Institute of Natural Science. And I'm joined today, directly to my left, Judy Kellens, who is my very important senior advisor at VINS, and our Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Maureen Sheldon. And we're here to talk to you about an upcoming event, and I'm going to hold up this beautiful poster because, one, I think it is so beautiful, but also you'll see these around the community, and it gives you information about the dates as well as a website to refer to. But I'd like to ask these guys a couple of questions, and I'm going to start with Maureen, and I'm going to specifically ask her, well, how is it that we're doing this wonderful event?
Oh, well, some time ago now, I would say more than a year ago, we were talking at VINS of ways to bring new programs and really invite the community in to our campus. And I had the idea based upon several other like festivals that you may find around the world, that a way that we could best expose our beautiful environment here, the Connecticut watershed and the Ottauquechee River, would be to perhaps host a non-plein air painting festival.
Maybe you could actually define what that means.
What that will mean is from September 26th through October 3rd, we invite artists to come and participate in a competition where the majority of their painting will be done in the out-of-door in the style of en plein air. Artists will have an opportunity to sign in for their canvas stamping starting on September 26th, and they'll have 5 full days of painting, of which by the end they will turn them in on the following Thursday, and we will host a judging of those paintings, and we have several categories of which the competition will provide awards.
So this gives us an opportunity to talk about the sponsors of the event. We have 2 very important local sponsors. Wild Apple Graphics, which is a publishing company, an art publishing company in Woodstock, Vermont, is our major sponsor. They are also providing us with the judges for the competition. We have 2 competitions, essentially. The 5-day painting opportunity and then a quick paint on Wednesday afternoon. I'm also excited to say that Mascoma Bank is also a sponsor. Now the awards, I think, and I'm not going to get all of the details right, but there's the best of show, which the audience or guests of VINS votes on. The judges will pick in several categories, and maybe you remember those better than I do, one of you too.
Well, go ahead, Judy.
There's a People's Choice and a Best in Show, nocturne painting. There's a 3-hour paint out, and
an avian category, of course, and an interesting event, which is, as Judy said, an under 17 category. Yes. Very important because we really wanted to make sure that all groups of ages are participating in this.
And Judy, maybe you can talk about how an artist gets engaged with what we're doing.
Right. Well, first of all, we have this incredibly talented young woman named Colette Reynolds, and she has developed a website for it. You can reach the website either by link through our main Vermont Institute of Natural Science website or directly to pleinairvinsvermont.org. And that website is pretty extensive. It includes all the information as to how to register, when to register, the limitations of the size of each piece of artwork, the media that can be used, which is unlimited, and basically all of the competition rules. It also has a schedule of events, and we will review that within a few minutes. And it also talks about suggested places to paint or do the artwork. We are in partnership with Artistry in Pomfret, and their site can be used. Sculpture Fest in Woodstock, Marsh Billings National Park, or the VINS Nature Center.
So excellent. So The event actually starts on the 26th, and artists can come and sign up on that day. And sign up continues on Sunday the 27th. But Sunday is a very special day as well. We've got a number of neat activities, and I'm going to talk about a couple of them, but I'm going to ask Judy to explain what goes on in the afternoon with the under 17 painting competition.
All right, there's actually sort of two aspects of the under 17 painting competition, and we have sent information out to all of the area art teachers to encourage them to participate with their students either at our campus throughout the week, at their home schools, or to participate in the Youth Art Day. Those teachers who decide that they would like to participate at their schools, as long as they follow the so-called rule of 75% of each painting must be done out of doors, they can take the entire month of September to complete the work. And we decided upon that rule, trying to be respectful of teachers' schedules and how many of them only get to see their students once a week. But we do have a special event on the 27th called Youth Art Day, and it runs from 1 to 4 p.m. And we're really fortunate to have Fiona Davis, who is an artist and a ceramics teacher at Artistry, to come and oversee the entire event. So she'll be bringing scads of materials, ideas, and she'll bring a lot of enthusiasm to work with our younger artists.
So in the evening, we've got really a magical, it's a magical night. It's the last of the 4 total lunar eclipse of the moon, 2 in 2004 and 2 in 2014 and 2 in 2015. I'll try and get that right. We're going to celebrate the moon with local musicians. Bob Merrill, Biz Alessi, and Al Alessi are going to perform and actually sing all of the songs that we know that celebrate the moon. And of course, we're going to end with Moonlight in Vermont. And then after that, we've got a very special event to follow that, and Maureen's going to talk a bit about that.
Okay, well, not only is it a total eclipse of the moon, but it also happens to be a full moon and one of the 3 super moons this year. Having discovered that when we were looking at the calendar and choosing a week of where to place this, the idea of this nocturne category of painting arose. So we have this special category where the idea is to paint in the night or have paintings of the night. So that is an interesting category. We hope that there will be people who will participate in that. In addition to that, we've invited folks from Stellafane, the astronomy club that is located in Springfield, Vermont. Carl Malachowski will be coming, and he will provide a lecture on the history of Vermont in astronomy, which has a significant history behind it. So we're hoping that we can expose that to those that do not know that history. If the weather doesn't work out for us, Carl is prepared with some very special software that provides us a view to the celestial sky if we are clouded out, if you will. So he'll do a presentation, and then we'll also have some telescopes there where we hope to do the viewing of the eclipse. And the campus will be open quite late that evening for both the painting and participation in this event. I think our gate will close at 11 o'clock, as I read on the schedule.
So excellent. So we've kind of dedicated the night to James Whistler. He was one of the people who kind of transformed the whole idea of painting at night. His first works, which he did in Chile in the mid-1800s, were called first moonlight paintings, and then he called them nocturne. And this is building on that tradition. So Monday is also a special day. Artists will be painting, of course, around the Upper Valley, but there's another event at Vin's, and Maureen's going to tell us about that as well.
Okay. Well, along the line of our discussion of what this event meant to us, we took note of the people who have given to this community, this environmental focus, and one of those being George Perkins Marsh. John Elder, who has an extensive resume, is a historian on George Perkins Marsh. George Perkins Marsh, one of his notable writings, Man of Nature, could be thought of as one of our earlier books, writings on the environment. So John will be there for an evening's lecture and discussion on the life of George Perkins Marsh and his contribution to a sustainable environment as we want to look at those today.
So, as Judy mentioned, Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park is a partner with us on this presentation, and one of their interpreters will come over and actually help place George Perkins Marsh in this whole idea of sustainability, and then John Elder will talk. And then on Tuesday, the park is offering a walk called Conservation Through the Eyes of the Artist, and that will be held, I believe, on Tuesday afternoon, if I'm not mistaken.
I think at 10 a.m.
Well, I'm sorry, I am mistaken. It's at 10 a.m. Tuesday evening, we've got a really remarkable thing going. William Phillips, who's a visiting associate professor of film studies at Dartmouth, is going to present his documentary, Sabra, and it's a look at the printmaker, Sabra Field, who's a Vermont artist and extremely well-known internationally. And she will also be there as part of the presentation, so we're really delighted about that. I believe that this is the first public showing of this documentary in the Upper Valley. So Wednesday, so we're going to try and move through this a little faster. Hopefully we're not talking too much. But anyway, Judy, go ahead, Wednesday.
All right, well, one of the organizations or people with whom we have been working is Charlotte Davenport, who hosts Sculpture Fest each year. And she will be bringing her Osher class to the campus to do a tour of the several sculptures that we have. And we have developed a self-guided sculpture tour for any visitor at any point during that week. In the afternoon, we're going to have a special short competition called the 3-Hour Paint Out. And that will run from 1 to 4, and at 4 p.m. judging will take place. So it's a special, quick category.
And there are cash awards for
Yes.
anybody who participates. Not anybody who participates, but anyone who participates has an opportunity actually to win something. And again, that will be an art, what do I want to say, art director from Wild Apple Graphics. Gretchen Buchanan is actually going to be the judge on that day. So what goes on Thursday?
Paint, paint, paint. Thursday is really the day to finish up all artwork and to submit it for judging by 5 p.m.
That's good. So Friday is also a very special day, but I would say that the judging on Thursday night is my friend Sue Schlebach, who's also an art director at Wild Apple. And we're delighted to have these very perceptive and skilled people associated with us to help make this what we know will be a very wonderful and special event. So on Friday, the judging will have taken place. We'll have determined in what categories, what paintings will receive awards, and then we've got an event on Friday night.
Right, for the afternoon, Adrian Tanz from Artistry will hang all of the artwork that has been created during the week, so it will be ready for an exhibit from 1 until 5, and then in the evening,
The award ceremony.
and
right,
reception
and the
for the
event.
artists.
And I understand there'll be food and drink that evening.
Yes.
That evening
We're hoping
as
so.
well. Yes. And then Maureen, Saturday something special.
Saturday, really in brief, is a full day at the campus to expose all of the work of the week. All of the competition paintings will be displayed. In addition, artists are able to print more than one painting during the week, and those additional paintings that fall outside of the competition would be available for the display on Saturday, and a art sale goes along with all of this wonderful artwork. So we're hoping that all of the people that participated throughout the week, whether it is the artist or the community member or our special guests that have provided lectures and so forth during the week, will come and celebrate this wonderful week so that we can look forward to the second annual En Plein Air next year.
So thank you for spending some time with us. Look for these posters, and you may actually see these postcards as well. So lots of information contained on these, but more importantly, it gives you the web address to get all of the details. Plus, we'd be happy to take phone calls if anybody has questions. If you have an opportunity to tell your friends who are artists that this is going to be a fun thing to participate in, we'd be delighted to have you. And thank you, Judy, and thank you, Maureen. Just on a personal note, Maureen's really inspired to suggest this by a festival in Escalante, Utah, and one of our great friends through Maureen, a man named Steve Roberts, who was the originator of that concept and helped develop it, and I think it's been going for 13.
It'll be the 13th year, and it
year.
overlaps with ours.
Yeah, so he's coming too, so if you come, you have a chance to meet all of us at VINS and some special guests as well.
And Charlie, you know, I think I missed this, which is this area that we live in is so special. It is so beautiful, and this idea to bring the artists in to capture that is really one of the main focus that we have here. It is really lovely, and what a better way to celebrate it than by a festival like this. Thank you.
And the whole idea of conservation and sustainability of landscape and the tying together of local organizations that are dedicated really to that concept is very special for us. So thank you so much.